Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bianca. It's good to have you here. Today I'm going to share how I do my DIY dip nails, and I'm by no means a professional, but I've been dipping my nails since October, and a couple of people have asked what the process is, so I thought it'd be fun to share. Here I'm just swiping my nails with alcohol. I already have this base coat on, that's why my nails are shiny. I always use the base coat first, and then I let that dry, and then I go in again and then start dipping with the powder. And the powder is made up of mainly acrylic, and the base is kind of like a super glue. So you want to be careful when doing this, and also not get it onto your skin. I have little ones. I usually, if I'm going to be doing my nails, I have them watch a show or something, so that I don't have them around smelling the liquid. I usually also put a face mask on because it can make your eyes water, because, you know, they're strong. The dip nails last for a while, and so yeah, that's what I do to be safe with all of that. So here I'm starting with kind of a strip down the nail, and I do that to build an apex and also to give a little bit of strength. My nails, I have them a little bit longer than usual, and that helps give it strength in the middle so that it doesn't break. So here, this is my accent nail powder that I'm doing, and I actually mixed this powder up myself, and I was going for like a milk bath look. I've been saying that a lot, especially for like springtime and stuff. So what I did was I mixed iGel Beauty's clear and their white, baby powder white colors to get like that milky base, and then I got some beautiful foils and dried flowers from Amazon, and I cut them really small, and then I kind of I put them in and shook them with the powder. So that's how I got this. Hi baby! That's how I got this color. So that's what I'm doing for my accent nails for the springtime manicure. And I also I mixed up the pink white color also, and I have the dip powders in little containers, but I found, this is like the hack that has been helping me so much, is that I put the powders in these cupcake liners, and then it's easier to lay my nail flat into them and get the good coverage instead of just dipping it into the jar that it came in, or the jar that I mixed in. So that's what I've been doing. So when you have some like glittery or some foil color stuff in your powder like I do with my accent nails, it always helps to kind of press them down after you dip into the powder. And it's kind of a process. Like, it looks kind of crazy when you first start dipping, and then you'll see with the buffing and everything, you get the smooth finish that you're looking for. So just kind of trust the process. So I wanted to explain a couple things you see me doing here. One is that I use cheap makeup brushes like the Wet n Wild to brush off excess powder between dips. So that helps you so that you don't have that bumpy kind of look that you then have to buff and file hard later. And then I use either a toothpick or this little dotting tool I got also from Amazon to trace my sidewalls and sometimes my cuticle line. And that really gets some excess powder off of that area so that you have a crisp looking cuticle line. So those things really helped. The other thing I didn't want to forget to mention is that when you're going in with your base liquid, you want to do as thin of a layer as you can, and you don't want to flood your cuticle because then you'll definitely have a buildup of powder there. So just do your best to do thin layers and reach with your brush towards your cuticle instead of starting right at your cuticle with the liquid. So now I'm buffing very carefully because the powder hasn't been set yet with my activator, but because I have so many like bumpy areas from that little springy color that I mixed up, I'm just buffing carefully with that. And then I'm going to encapsulate with a clear. This is from iGel Beauty. It's my clear color, and it's pretty reliable. So I encapsulate with that so that then when I buff, I'm not buffing off the pretty foils and little dried flowers that I want to keep on, and also so that it has a smooth feel so that you don't have like this annoying little bumpy nail with all the flowers sticking out. That's what the clear does on top of that. And sometimes I put clear on all of my nails, but today I just wanted to keep the layers kind of light. Sometimes if I put too many layers, my nail beds get a little bit sore because of the weight of them. So I think I have altogether 3 layers and then the clear on top of the accent nails. So this is my activator, and this cures the powder, the dip powder. So once I put this on, I wait a couple of minutes and then my nails will be hard, and then I can start buffing and filing down. So here I've dipped my second hand and I've activated both, and I'm going to go ahead and start with my filing and buffing routine. So this is my e-file. It's the Melody Susie 2-in-1. It has good reviews. It's supposed to be a pretty decent e-file, and also it has the dust vacuum, which is good, so it picks up that dust that flies around when you use it. And I have it at a very low speed, so it's about a 4 or 5 here with this little cuticle bit. And I like this little bit because it really gets in there. It helps clean up your cuticle line, but also whatever excess that you might have kind of on your skin. So it's fairly gentle as long as you keep it at a low speed. And I'm still learning my e-file, so you'll see me do a combination here, a little bit of e-file and a little bit of my hand file, because my e-file still makes me nervous. But for the cuticle work, I really like it. So here's my trusty hand file, which I really like. I'm tracing my nail with it, and that just gives you that good shape that you're looking for. Here, the cuticle work, this file is great for that. It is not a super coarse file, so it's fairly gentle compared to using a coarse file. And then after, so I just kind of sped through. It took quite a bit of filing and buffing, but I sped through some of that, and now I'm going to go with my alcohol and just clean all of that up, any extra dust that might be there. And then once I'm done with that, I will activate again. So you apply the activator pretty liberally. It's important because you're curing not just the dip, but then this is what the top coat that you put on later, this is what dries it. So you want enough activator, and then you let that dry. So once you've allowed it to dry for, I think, a good couple minutes, you want to wipe it with a lint-free wipe, and then there's a step 3, the top coat. So this, you want to make sure the first application is very quick, in about 1 or 2 swipes, and then you should also clean off your brush each time, which I think I forgot to do here, but usually you just kind of swipe it onto your what am I trying to say? The kids are talking and I can't think. It's Friday, guys. Happy Friday. I don't know if it'll be Friday once I post this, but right now it's Friday and I'm getting ready for Easter. That is why I'm doing this, Manny. Anyways, okay, so once you let that first coat dry, and it's kind of tacky looking, you go in with your second coat of step 3, or top coat as this one's called, and your second coat, you only need 2 coats. So your second coat, you're going to want to be more careful and cap the edges. Can I just take a minute to say here that dip nails are not for the faint of heart. I got started with them, and I haven't been a nail salon kind of person ever, really. I've gone a couple times in my life to get my nails done, but during this past year and quarantine and everything, I really wanted to learn a new skill and also have some, I guess, pampering time. So it's something I've enjoyed learning, and I love learning new skills, and I have kind of like that artistic side in me really enjoys a challenge in that way. And I'd encourage you, if you're interested, just learn all you can, watch all the tutorials out there. There's Facebook groups that are really encouraging with each other learning the dip process, because it does take quite a while. And sometimes, like, I've been discouraged at certain points, and I'm, like I said, not a professional. I'm still learning a lot, but it's fun. It can be relaxing if you give yourself grace with it. So it does take a while, but if you do proper prep and everything, the good thing is it lasts for a good couple weeks. So yeah, that's been my experience. And that is it. Then you let this dry for a good 5 minutes, I would say. Then I wash my hands after that, get all that dust off, and I've made a bunch of little cuticle oils. The cuticle oil is super important. It really keeps your mani looking great, your cuticles nice and hydrated, your nails hydrated. And I make my own with a couple of oils, including like vitamin E oil and jojoba oil, and then some clean scents that I have found. So there is my springtime mani. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll try to link some of the products I mentioned I feel like it was really hard to get through this whole thing and say everything that I wanted to say, but maybe I'll do a couple more of these soon. But thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a beautiful weekend and happy Easter.